Last time I didn't complete 3 laps, I lost about 9 points in overall rating. So what I'm gonna do is take you guys around now for the qualifying, and when the race comes I will do 3 laps around and then go back to the pits, and I'm gonna do a commentary about the race instead. I just simply don't feel like doing this combo. I know I signed up for it, I'm here to do it. I like the circuit, I like the combos that are here, but I just don't feel it tonight. So this is gonna be a tricky part here. Gets very close to the exit there. Not exit, to the outside. Up into third, up into fourth. And then on the entry down into third and coasting through the corner. On any other modern race car you wouldn't flat out be able to go through there in 5th gear, or with a bit of coasting, but with these cars you need to be very careful in that corner. 2nd gear here. Approaching the final corner, also in 2nd gear. No sliding or anything. 2:05 is currently the best lap. Let's see what this is gonna be. 2:05.9, almost 5/10 off from his personal. In the meantime, Rico gets P6. Oh, bit of a trouble there. He was held up a bit. In the meantime, Jari Pentinen gets the best lap there. So the Thunder has striked. The number 30 car is currently in the lead with a 2:05.372. Let's go to checking. Oh, bit of a contact there. I think that's like turn 1 or 2. There we go. Let's follow Rob Russo a bit. I'm using a preset now for Cam 2s. A bit of a slide there from Russo, but gets it done. A lot of traffic behind. In the meantime, we have Gornowski taking the lead there with a 2:04.78. Russo goes a bit wide there. But from the looks of it, car is under control. Now the troubling part might be the cars behind. If they get close enough, they might try to overtake him under qualifying. This is probably the busiest part of the circuit now. For the time being, the leaders are locked up. So Agonowski is in the 1st place. Razinek in 2nd. Ooh, Russo goes wide, and in front of him is another car spinning. That's Pons. He's out of qualifying now. Max speed currently P7. And from the looks of it, Russo, this is gonna be tricky there. Michael Janak is off track there in the final corner. He just goes by there. Doesn't hold them up. But in qualifying, they go 3 wide after the final corner. Surely this is not gonna help either of their laps. Haas goes up to P5. Wow, we have one more car on track that still goes for lap. Actually, we have 2 cars. Are they side by side? No, one of them just spun out. So 2 of the cars who are still have to do a new lap span out. Janek also has trouble, and from the looks of it, Juan just touched one of the other cars. So that's not gonna help either of their case. So let's see how it goes for them. And they are off. Ogonowski takes the lead. They already go 3 wide behind. Already seen some touching there. And one of the cars just goes off track there. Alright. Unfortunately, that's all I can really say because I don't want to hold them up that much. Imagine if commentators would have to do this in real life. Just sit into an F2 car and do like 3 laps while F1 goes around. Oh, 1 DNF, so... and a crash in front. Probably. 2 DNFs, alright, I'm not gonna finish last. Another crash right up ahead as well. Cars in the gravel trap, sand trap, whatever you want to prefer. I'm just gonna stay behind them.
In the middle, 3 wide.
I
Clear
guess
all
not.
around. Left side. Clear on the left side.
Ooh, that's a lot of smoke there. Could you imagine like Ted Kravitz? They put him in a race car and be like... And here comes the race leaders now approaching our commentary car. Back to you, Ted. Yeah, it's really frightening here. I don't know who came up with this idea. But yeah, here they go. Back to you guys. They are really fast. Braking zone. See, that's the weird thing about SRS a bit. Because I will only complete 3 laps, but finish somewhat that, like that. Once the session ends, I will just leave the session and it will advance, but because I've made 3 laps, I finished 3 laps, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, you did take part in the race. I might be getting more points out of these than those who actually like raced here, but they crashed a few times with others. Alright, on board with the leaders. Let's remove tracers. So, we are halfway done with the race itself. And currently, Lasse is the leader of this race. Let me check my other tower. Okay, that's not set up the right way. Either way, he might not be for long, as P2 are now having a look on the outside. Doesn't really go for it. A bit of slide there from Lasse. They are going side by side once again. But P2 backs out of it once again. Didn't have to do the overtake on the straight. In the meantime, there's a car off track somewhere, but we don't have time to watch that. As the leaders go side by side once again, but Ogonowski bails out of it. He's looking for a specific point, I guess, to overtake the car. And you're not allowed to make mistakes because there's 2 other cars behind them who just want to get the place as well. They have another look on each other. In the meanwhile, Max Speed is fighting for P7 as well. There's a 4 car group right there. Back to the leaders. Gap is now around 2/10 between P1 and 2. It gets a bit bigger here. All 4 of them go through the corner without trouble, approaching Canada corner. And in front of them is one of the back markers. I believe that it will be Domingue. Or Dominguez. Sorry, just saw that name pop up there. So that is possibly P16. Now, depending on how these cars can get around, that back marker might be a half for the leader to stay ahead from the others, because that will be the first car of the slipstream strain. Oh, now there's a bit of a trouble there as the car smashes into the wall. P3 and P4 are going side by side now, up into the first corner. And Jari Penttanen, who originally started in the front row, now drops down to P4. As a look on the inside, they could have gone side by side here, but he bears out of it. There's a bit of a slide there from P3 now. Number 12 and number 13 are going side by side. Let's see if the thunder strikes again. Going down into the inside, the number 12 has a bit of a shakiness to it, but manages to stick around for P3. Meanwhile, P5, Razinek, might be able to join this fight as well. Gap in the meantime between P1 and 2 extended up to 8 tenths. It bounces between 6 and 8 tenths. I'm wondering if P2 will be able to make something here. In the meantime, I think Ras went a bit wide there. That might be opportunistic for the number 13, as they don't go side by side, but might be able to do a switch. Nope. All right. See, they look at each other, they size each other up, they think about all of the opportunities, but they don't proceed with all of it. And I think they might do the good decision, because some of these fights might look very close. As we look at the fight for P10, and P11 just bangs it into the wall. Mercadem goes off track once again. In the meantime, Lasse had a bit of a slide there, I guess, but hold on to it. The number 7 car is still in the lead. On board with Austin Ogornowski. Three speeds down, 1 up, plenty of space behind him, but now that I look at it, these two went side by side once again on the uphill, and Jari just seems to be struggling. He cannot get an overtake done here. He had so many side by sides, but simply cannot get past the other car. Am I looking back at P9 for the time being? Rombroso currently. There's a pretty big gap in front and behind. Austin still has about 8 tenths of gap in front that needs to shrink down. The track is pretty clear in front of them. They don't have to worry about lapping another car. Let's see if he's close enough to gain. Might be. Will all come down to the first corner here. Keeps the car under control. Meanwhile, Lasse had a bit of a out-track experience there. Austin seems to be getting closer to the apex in turn 2. He has a look on both sides, filling up the mirrors. Let's see if he can get closer. He tries the outside here. Lasser blocks the inside. Gets pretty close there. Down to 2/10 now. Once again, inside is being blocked. In the meantime, on the looks of it, Andy Pons went off track somewhere, I think. I was just wondering what happened there because there was a position change, but I guess I clicked on it way too late. The gap between P2 and 3 went up to 2.5 seconds. Meanwhile, Russo advances up into P8, sends it up on the inside there. Let's see if the 21 of Danny Mueller will be happy about that. From the looks of it, he lets him go by now. Austin and Lassie are still pretty close to each other. Gap is down to 2/10 now. Makes you wonder if the leader is now saving on fuel just to get the car around for the end of the race. Less than 1 minute and 20 seconds down, that's less than 80 seconds. So that means we might have just one more lap after this. Austin is sticking very close to that car in front. He's gaining, he's gaining, he's gaining. Will he go for a look? Or will he go for a move? That's so far just a look. Stays on the inside. Now there's the perfect opportunity. Will he go for a move there? They are going side by side, kinda. Bit of a quirk there, but from the looks of it, he has done it. Possibly on the final lap, we have a lead change. And now comes Lassie back once again. They're going side by side. Lassie on the outside. Can he get it done? Yes! He takes the lead back. Austin down into P2. Amazing drive there. And look, there's P3 and 4. Once again, they are getting close. Question is, will they get close enough or not? We had an off track there somewhere. One of the back markers went off track. Austin has very few chances now. And once again going to approach Canada corner. Let's see if he goes side by side. Yes, he does. Gives enough space. But they do touch! The leaders collide! Both P1 and P2 are off! And Austin didn't get a good exit out of it. Haas! Rico Haas is the new leader of the race! Jari Pentinen is now up to P2. On the final lap of the race, the leaders crashed. And now we have a side-by-side as well for P3. Can Mattia get it? Across the finish line, he gets it. Oh. What a finish. What a finish. What a final lap. Leaders not only fighting hard. In the meantime, Russo just lost out on P8 as well across the finish line. So leaders not only fighting hard, they did overtake each other twice on the final lap. But they pushed their limit so hard that they crashed.